So my channel just recently hit 1,000 subscribers. I want to thank everybody who's watched my videos and who's been supporting me, and thank you everybody who subscribed. So I just wanted to update you guys. I know I said I wouldn't speak on this topic again in one of my previous videos, but a lot has really happened since then, and I just want to give you guys an update and to answer some of your questions about some of the things that are going on here. Some of the things like why I didn't contact police and why I haven't brought it to court, just like questions like that. Yeah, so since my recent video I told you that like Enbridge got in touch with me, and the video that I posted did get a lot of traction. It even got shared on Reddit, where it got over 1,600 upvotes in a single day until it got taken down for witch hunting, unfortunately. But at that time where it was on Reddit and it was on the front page, it was actually getting like 6,000 views per hour, which I thought was crazy. But it did get taken down for witch hunting, which I think is kind of funny because yeah. So yeah, since that time, this company did get a hold of the video really quickly. Very shortly after I released it, there was a letter that was sent by mail, by registered mail specifically. The funny part was they sent it to a person who I didn't even know who it was. They sent it to some guy named Ricardo. And I'm like, who is this Ricardo that they're trying to send this registered letter to? I was looking at it and it just looked like a plain letter. Maybe if they made it look like a parcel, I would have accepted it, but it just looked like a plain letter and I really had no interest in reading it. Plus, I already had an idea of what it probably was. So I told the post office to send it back to the sender, to which they sent it to me by regular postage after a while. And so I opened it, this letter made out to Ricardo, and it was from their lawyer, or the lawyer representing this company, this guy named Pradeep Chand. Their law firm is called Snider. So if you even Google this, the name of this guy, Pradeep Chand, all you'll hear is this is like the guy that represents all the different scam companies. And if you look at all the articles that are written about him, it's like the guy who's representing this company that was trying to defend a case of like basically fraud. Basically, he's just a fraud lawyer. And I actually have the letter here, so let's go through it together. It starts by saying, Ontario Home Services defamatory material. So it says, we are counsel to Ontario Home Services. This letter shall constitute notice under subsection blah 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 blah. Who cares? We are writing in regards to defamatory, is that the right pronunciation?
Defamatory.
We are writing in regards to defamatory material relating to OHS posted at this link. The post was made available to the public on February 7, 2018. The title of the video is Ontario Home Services Scam Exposed. I recently changed that title. The post further states, this company tried scamming my parents out of $16,000 plus. The use of the word scam and scamming in reference to OHS is vicious libel of OHS. So let's dissect this a little bit. So he's basically saying that the word scam in reference to OHS is vicious libel. Let's actually ask Google what the definition of scam is. What is the definition of scam?
Scam, a dishonest scheme, a fraud.
A dishonest scheme, a fraud. So, was it not dishonest for them when they came to the house and claimed they were from the government? And was it not dishonest for them to say that they were providing a free service? Was it not dishonest of them to say that no papers had to be signed? Was it not dishonest of them to forge a signature? I could go on, but I'm pretty sure what they did here was pretty dishonest. And a scheme, I would say it was a scheme. And if you want to go to that section about fraud, like come on, look no further with that fake signature that they had on there, right? That forged signature. So yeah, I think that definitely constitutes as a scam, Mr. Sean Snider. He also says that this is vicious libel. Let's ask Google what libel means. What is the definition of libel?
Libel, a published false statement that is damaging to a person's reputation, a written defamation.
A published false statement that is damaging to a person's reputation. See, the only problem is none of the statements that I had were false, and I already knew coming into this that they were going to try to threaten me with like some kind of defamation lawsuit, which is why I made sure in that video that I had all the facts set and that I told the truth on every single point. And yeah, basically I made sure of that because I knew they would try to come up with this case against me, and it was so predictable. Like I can't even believe, I thought they would come up with like a better argument. I can't believe the route they chose was like defamation, which is like pretty much a case that I don't think they can possibly win. So I just thought that was crazy that that's the route that they chose to take. All right, so let's go to the next paragraph. The allegations on their face by way of innuendo The allegations on their face, what? Are defamatory as they tend to lower OHS's reputation in the estimation of reasonable people, and in particular would cause OHS to be regarded with feelings of distrust, dislike, contempt. And how is that really my fault? I didn't even, they brought this on themselves. That's the funny part. Like, I really did nothing. All I did was I said the events that took place. I basically just displayed the evidence. That's really all I did. if there was any damaging to your reputation, it was their own doing. If it's true that their reputation is lower, then maybe you guys should be changing your business practice, not trying to like blame me for that. Yeah, the defamatory comments are completely unfounded. Sure they are. Yeah, that's almost the end of the letter. Oh, this is like a second page. He says, we therefore demand that you take the steps to remove the defamatory material so as to prevent any further damage to OHS's reputation and business. When you have removed the defamatory material, we ask you to keep a copy of all evidence in relation to the post and or publication of this material. Furthermore, please be advised that if you fail to remove said post or material, it is OHS's intention to commence an action for libel against you, and you may consider this notice pursuant to the Court of Justice Act, that they will be claiming prejudgment interest from the date of this notice to the date of the judgment. Very scary words, Mr. Sean. Very scary. After I got this letter from Mr. Sean Snider, I definitely wanted to speak with him because I wanted to ask him exactly what sections of this video that he thought was libel and slander and defamation, because from my accounts there was like nothing that I said there that was false. So I really wanted to hear from Mr. Sean Snider. So in this letter he does have like his phone number on here, so I decided to call him. I actually called him 3 different times. The first time I called him, his receptionist picked up. I just told him to call me back. They didn't call me back. I called him again the next day.
No, this is Terry. How may I help?
Okay, Terry, is Pradeep there?
Is this RC?
Yes, it is.
Yes, RC. Pradeep is not here. He's in court. I did tell him to give you a call, but he had no idea who you were. I thought you were an acquaintance.
Okay, well, I made a video on one of his clients, I guess. So he sent me a letter here, and basically he's asking for me to take the video down. I really have no intention of taking it down. So if he wants to talk about it, he can contact me, but that's pretty much where we stand right now.
He still didn't call me back. Called back again like another 2 days later.
Shan Snider. Terry speaking.
Can I speak to Pradeep, please?
May I ask who's calling, please?
It's RC?
RC?
Yep.
He doesn't want to speak with you, sir.
May I ask why?
I don't know. I don't have an answer for that. He didn't say. I can just email him again and let him know that you wish to speak with him and see if he'll reach out to you. He has your number, by the way, so I'm pretty sure if he wants to call or finds the time to do so, he will.
I do find it a little strange because he's like accusing me of defamation and all these other things, and then he's not even willing to like come and speak with me.
Okay, I'll send him another email and let him know about your request, and then we can see. Okay.
Do you know exactly what he said? Did he just say he didn't want to speak with me?
No. It wasn't through him directly. I didn't speak with him directly on the matter. I was just told to, I don't want to say forget about it, but that it wasn't important.
I just thought it was funny that they would send me this letter threatening me with a lawsuit, and then at the very end of the day, they don't even want to speak to me. What happened after that? So funnily enough, on like Victoria Day long weekend, I was contacted by a police officer.
Hi, it's Constable Police calling. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Do you have a second to talk by chance, or?
Yeah, I have a second right now.
So I was really curious what they had to say because I actually had questions of my own. It turns out that Ollie and Selena actually contacted the police. Surprisingly, I'm actually surprised that they contacted the police considering the fraud that they committed. But yeah, they contacted police and they wanted me to take down my video because apparently they were getting like harassing phone calls and messages. So I advise you guys, please do not send them any threats or anything like that. Unfortunately for them, the police sounded like he was really more on my side. He told me he watched my video and he said he thought it was like really well produced.
I watched your video. It's actually well produced there.
Oh, thanks.
Where you have your you know, the pictures come up and the text and stuff like that. So there's no, like, you're not in any trouble for that. There's no criminal offenses that I've seen in your video. You don't appear to encourage anybody to commit anything. It's just you, obviously you're disgruntled and your frustration with this company and how they treated your parents and you, right? So.
Right.
And his only request is if I can possibly censor the business card part of it, the video.
Like I said, there's nothing criminal or anything like that, but just to prevent any further escalation to this incident, is there any way of possibly taking down the card image with the phone number?
And I said, no, I can't really censor it. The only way that that's even possible is for me to re-upload it, which I don't plan on doing. And he said that's fine. He didn't see anything criminal in the video and that it's a debt issue.
So like I said, it is a debt issue on my end. I'm gonna let them know that I've spoken with you. I don't foresee this portion or them complaining about anything any further, and then that's it from there.
And the video is going to stay up. And then I also had my own questions for him as well that a lot of you guys were asking. And the whole reason why I didn't go to police at all is because I already knew that this was sort of going to happen. I asked him about the forged signatures on the documents, and isn't that like a criminal charge? Shouldn't they be getting prosecuted for this?
Isn't that a criminal charge on their part for like forging documents?
No, forging documents. If you wanted to report that, you can do that. It all depends on the situation and the totality of it, right? So I'm not going to speak on that behalf. I'm not here to investigate that. If you wanted to create a complaint about that, then you can do that if you wish. However, like what I'm just investigating is the unwanted phone calls that are being received by Ali. Any questions at all?
No, that's everything. It was just, my only question was really that criminal charge, because I feel like, because a lot of people are messaging me and they're saying that it is like a criminal offense, so it should be like handled by law enforcement. But then I figured, because like people have messaged me too, and they told me they already went to police, and they told me they just stated it was a civil matter. So
it depends on the situation, what's going on. Like when it comes to fraudulently, signing somebody's name to, on a contract, and that's maybe different from somebody actually signing their name. And unfortunately, to prove who was responsible for signing that signature, that's going to be the difficult point to prove who did that, right? So, like, say if you were to do that, and I asked you, did you sign that? And what would your response be?
Well, I would say no, because all my signatures are the same, and the one on that piece of paper is not how I usually sign it.
No, I'm not saying for that particular one, but like say if you were a culprit in relation to signing a fraudulent document, would you tell police, oh yeah, I signed it?
No.
I doubt that you would, right? So the difficulty of proving that somebody actually signed it it's going to be extremely difficult to prove that, right?
I had a feeling that's what was going to happen if I brought it to police. Unfortunately, I know they are law enforcement and they should be like investigating these kinds of things, but unfortunately you really do have to just bring these things to court if you really want to do that. Which brings me to my next point. A lot of you are asking, why didn't I bring this to court yet? And mainly the reason why is because of time. Like, I have my own life to live. My parents have their own lives to live. My parents are in their golden years. I don't really want them to be wasting their golden years on like a court case, going to court every like week or so talking about this case that already happened. And yeah, basically I just don't think it's worth the time investment for us to go do that. When I made that video, I felt like that served its purpose already, which was to expose this company, and so I can like get that information out there, and so others are more aware that there are these companies running around trying to scam people. So that was mainly why I made that video, and I feel like I accomplished what I wanted. And it was really never to go to court and get like a huge settlement. I don't even know if I would get a huge settlement personally, because there was really no monetary loss. The other thing is, like, this annoying company, after all this fraudulent crap that they did, they still had like the nerve to send us like more bills, 2 more bills in fact. So I did call their line utility bill. Surprisingly, they actually answer the phone now, because if you watched my other video, I told you guys that they never answer the phone and it goes to voicemail. And sure enough, if you call that number, you can't even get a hold of anybody. You go straight to a voicemail. If you leave a message, they're not going to call you back. But now when I call their number, it actually does get answered by somebody. So the person that answered the phone, I immediately asked for the manager, which I thought was kind of funny.
Hello, Kelly speaking. How may I help you?
Hi there. Can I speak to a manager, please?
And she's like, okay, go ahead. I am the manager. I'm like, you're the manager already? Like, you just answered the phone and you're already like the manager. And she's like, yeah, I'm the manager. I'm like, okay, cool.
Yep. How can I help you?
Is this the manager?
Yep. How can I help you?
I was like, so can you tell me why you're still sending me a bill here? And she's like, let me look it up.
The letter that you got, you can disregard because it was just a timing issue. It looks like the was flat canceled by the dealers recently.
Okay, because I got 2 of these bills now in the mail.
Yeah. I don't. What are they dated for?
May 8th, 2018.
Is that what you said? May 8th?
May 8th, as in really recent.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a timing issue. We didn't get the cancellation until after the 8th. We got it on the 10th. So the letter was already sent out.
So you're sure we're not, like, because it's saying on here that it's like way past due and all this other stuff.
Yeah, no, you can disregard it.
Anyways, I hope that answered some of your questions, specifically why I didn't contact police and why I didn't bring it to court. For the police, it's mainly because they were going to say it was a civil matter and that I would have to go to court to settle it, and the court mainly because of the time investment. Like I said, this already took 5 months. If I do have to go to court, I'll do it, but preferably, I mean, who really wants to waste their time in court when it's like summertime and there's like so much other shit to do? Yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, thank you for helping me reach 1,000 subscribers. So I have some cool videos coming up. So if you are interested in watching some of those, I think they're going to be related to like tech. But anyways, if you're interested in like that kind of content, watch out for my other videos. Oh, one more thing that I think is cool that I'm just going to show you guys. Nah, I'm not going to show you guys. I'll show you guys in another video.